Are you looking for the best baby walkers? In this video we will look at some of the 5 best baby walkers on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description, so make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Number 1. Juvie Spoon Baby Walker. Usually about $90, available in several colors. This top-rated baby walker takes on the classic form of a traditional sit-in baby walker, but with some excellent features and style. When we took it out of the packaging, we were surprised at 2 things. First, how lightweight it was, only about 12 pounds, and second, how it folded up into a pretty thin format that could slide right under the bed for storage. Popping it open was easy, and the walker takes on a pretty sleek and stylish shape and size. We liked the simple colors and contemporary lines, without compromising on features. The tray was large and wrapped around the side of the baby, which should increase safety by making it harder for your baby to reach things to their right or left, like grabbing something off the coffee table or TV stand. What's also cool about the tray is that it includes a removable insert, like some of the best high chairs, that can be popped off and cleaned easily, and thrown right into the dishwasher if you can fit it in. The baby seating surface is soft and plush, and easy to wipe clean, or remove for machine washing. The fabric is high quality, and we didn't notice any color bleeding or shrinkage. Once your baby is sitting in the walker, it has 3 height adjustments to help make sure your baby's little feet can actually reach the floor, or the play mat, and can support babies up to 30 pounds. The rolling/gliding action was smooth, and our test babies didn't seem to have any difficulty getting this to move on hardwood, tile, or linoleum floors. Carpets were a challenge, of course, though thin pile rugs or Berber carpets were generally fine. Number 2. Radio Flyer Classic Walker Wagon Baby Walker. Usually about $80, the Radio Flyer Walker Wagon has the classic red Radio Flyer paint with wooden accents and those distinctive logos. It doesn't just look nice and nostalgic, it's also highly capable and durable, and a ton of fun for toddlers. We tested it out with an 11-month-old who was just taking his first steps, and a 14-month-old who took her first steps a couple of months ago. Both of them loved filling up the wagon with toys, stuffed animals, and each other, and wheeling everything around the house. Backing up to when we first got our hands on the Radio Flyer Walker Wagon, a few points are worth mentioning. First, out of the box, the wagon literally came in 15 different pieces, which made assembly much more involved than any other wagon on this list. It wasn't technically challenging to follow the instructions, it was just a little overwhelming and time-consuming, about 25 minutes, to put together. Second, the wagon wheels come with a cool feature, a tensioning system that puts a little rolling resistance on the wheels, which is definitely helpful if you want to use this with a toddler just learning to walk. The tensioning system makes an audible clicking noise when the wheels are rolling, which can get a little annoying, but it can be disabled by removing the tensioner. A couple of other little features we liked: there's a padded front bumper that helps keep your walls and furniture intact, the wooden side panels are removable, and the wheels are plastic, filled with foam, and have a decent enough grip to prevent side slippage. The handlebar is at a great height for toddlers, though it is not height adjustable, so it will be a little low once your child reaches 2 to 3 years old. Of course, that doesn't really stop them from enjoying it. They will likely just use it in different ways, likely shuttling each other around, using it outdoors to haul toys, and beyond. Everything is high quality and durable, and we are overall impressed with the quality you're getting for only about $80. No big cons to report other than the little ones we've mentioned already: the clicking noise of the wheel tensioner, and the lack of adjustable handlebars. Who else recommends the Radio Flyer Walker Wagon? Our friends at Babylist and Babygirl app. Impressed? You can check out the Radio Flyer Walker Wagon here. Number 3. VTEC Sit to Stand Baby Walker. For about $35, the VTEC Sit to Stand is available in pinks and purples, pictured, or oranges and greens. When the dangers of sit-in baby walkers spread like wildfire through the press, this was one of the answers. Instead of having your baby sit inside the walker and roll around, this top-rated activity walker serves babies who have already learned to pull themselves up but haven't learned to walk independently. So it's a slightly different phase of use relative to a sit-in walker. The sit-in style can work for a baby who has achieved head/neck control, but this type of push walker won't be useful until your baby pulls to stand. Once they do, they can grab the handles on this and get themselves into all sorts of trouble. Usually from about 9 months to 2 years of age or so. VTech calls this the sit-to-stand because it can be used as a little 2-in-1 activity center by popping off the play portion and placing it on the floor. Baby can sit down next to it and play with the colorful toys. Then, it can be placed back onto the frame and unfolded and used as a push-around baby walker. That's the stand part. It's pretty underwhelming as a sit-down activity center, but it does do really well as a push walker, and at a great price point. It's relatively inexpensive, and we found it to be stable, durable, and have some fun gadgets. For instance, a cute little telephone, probably the only one they'll ever see that still looks like this, piano keys that play music, rollers and gear cogs, and light-up buttons. To power the music and lights, it takes 2 AA batteries which are actually included. That's rare. Given the features and relatively low price, it's no wonder that it's been the best-selling baby walker on the market for several years now. Note that if you don't want the rolling walker part, but want a standing activity center that is very similar to this, VTech also makes an awesome learning table. Number 4. Hape Wooden Wonder Walker. Usually about $75. This Hape walker is one of the most adorable and high-quality activity walkers we tested. We love the quality craftsmanship, vivid and non-toxic paint colors, and the simple and clever toys that keep a baby interested but not overwhelmed. One of the great things about this walker is that it's basically impossible to tip over, whether it's tipping forward, backward, or to the side. It's very stable, and that's more than we can say for many of the walkers we tested. When our test babies tried it out, they all seemed to love being able to put random things in the front and push them around. This included toys, stuffies, and in one case the family cat. This is one of the great things about this walker that will keep toddlers enjoying it for a while, and it's a much better experience than simply pushing buttons on electronic toys. When we tested it, we found that it assembled very easily out of the box, and everything worked pretty well. The only drawback we keep finding with wooden baby walkers is that they are relatively hard to turn. While the VTech will turn by basically sliding sideways, or a toddler can pop up the front wheels to turn it, that can't happen with these. The wheels on this walker are grippy and it's heavy enough that it can't be turned easily at all. So a couple of our testing babies ended up going in a straight line until they hit something, and then mom or dad had to turn it in a different direction. So that was a bit of a pain. The second issue with wooden walkers is wheel speed. It's really difficult to get the wheels to turn at a good speed. On this one, you can't simply tighten the screws more to make them spin more slowly, like you can with the Kasi model, below. So we found that it was a bit too fast on hard surfaces but really great on carpeting. Outside of those wheel-related issues, we thought it was durable, super sturdy, well-built, and is likely to be a go-to toy for several years. Who else loves the Hape walker? Our friends at Baby Girl Lab consider it a top pick. Impressed? You can check out the Hape Wooden Wonder Walker here. Number 5. FisherPrice Laugh and Learn Baby Walker, budget pick. Usually only about $25, this is the cheapest baby walker on our list. A practical tip regarding baby walkers is that your child will likely only need a walker for about a month or 2 as they learn to walk. Before that point, they will sit or kneel next to it and take advantage of its integrated toys. Once they start walking with assistance, they will likely be independently walking within 4 to 8 weeks. In our opinion, given how briefly your little one will be using a walker for its intended purposes, spend as little as possible on it. Enter the FisherPrice Laugh and Learn with its surprisingly rich features and decent quality, at a surprisingly low price. Features include a fun light-up piano, a roller ball, a shape spinner, a flip book, keys, and switches. Rather than a bunch of random toys and noises, the FisherPrice has 3 learning settings, levels 1, 2, and 3. The first level is for exploration, e.g., pressing a button and getting information about colors or shapes. The second is for encouragement, find the triangle, and the third is for pretend, guiding their little one through a story in the book. Through these stages, the system covers several educational topics including the alphabet, colors and shapes, numbers and counting, and even covers some Spanish vocabulary. Let's not forget that it's also a walker, with 4 wheels, a wide, about 18-inch, stance, and an easy-to-grasp handle for one- or two-handed standing and walking.